Alright, in this lesson we're going to show you how to use the parallel conduit tool here in our REVIT 2013. And to start with, we'll just go in here and draw a piece of conduit. And conduit sticks to cable tray, and I've got a piece of cable tray up here about 9 feet, and I have a piece of equipment here that's at about 4 feet high. So I'm going to click in here after I start my conduit tool, and I'm just going to kind of eyeball a point over here, and I'm going to see how I snap to that center line, and then as I drag, that's going to automatically connect here. And then as I'm dragging, what I'm going to do is say, well, I start off at about 9 feet, and then I don't want to go to 4 feet because that's at this height. So let's say I go to 7 feet. If the number's not here, you can just type it in. And then so now I started on the underside of here. Now I'm at 7 feet, so I go 7 feet, to about this point, and then I click, and then what I do is I change my number to be 4 feet, and then I don't want to go anywhere. All I want to do is hit apply, and it goes down 4 feet, and then I can hit escape, and I'm done. So that just kind of draws in a piece of conduit for our prop there. So our next tool here, parallel conduit, what it does is it's just basically an array, and we can pick how we want our bends to go, as far as do we want them to be the same as they go around, or do they want to be concentric and get smaller as they go to the inner part of the bend. So horizontal, how many do you want? 4. Vertical, so you can combine more than one of these. I don't suggest it, but you can create like a 3D kind of array here, and then you can specify the spacing. So I'm just going to leave it, say 4 looks good. Vertically, I'm only going to have 1 row here. So as I hover down here, you'll see where the lines go, so I can just kind of pick on there and it'll put those in. If I want to pick the whole run, I have to use my tab key like anything else to pick that chain of objects. Okay, so watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit undo. And of course in Revit, when you do an undo, it undoes your last kind of action, but leaves you in the command. So you don't have to start it over again. You just do one undo. So now I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to go back to here, hover, and then tab, and then pick, and then I'll get all of them. And I'll say, well, you know what? The spacing is off. So I'm going to say, okay, undo one more time. And then I'm going to say, well, maybe I'll set this to be 10 inches. The vertical doesn't really matter because I'm not using it, but I can plug that number in, and then I can go over here, and I can even do it from here. I can pick over here, hover over here, and notice the side you want it on, and then tab and click, and in it goes. Oh, 10 inches isn't quite enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do undo one more time. I'm not sure what the limit is here, and I'm just going to go 8 inches and then hit an enter to take that, and then I'm going to hover over here, tab, pick, okay, and I knew it was going to be tight, and then just hit escape on the keyboard. Okay, now I'm going to go over to here and do a window box. Oops, click in, do a window box, grab those, and then just use my arrow key and kind of nudge them along. Once they're in, they're individual objects. They behave accordingly. Okay, clicking into here adds that in. Okay, so it can be a straight length or it can be a curved one. All you have to do is hover over it and tab to pick the chain, and then pick the side, and then you set in your number of horizontal and vertical. If you do have too much of a kind of a spaghetti route and you try to overdo it here, it's going to fail on you and give you errors. So if we wanted to go vertically instead, we could change this number to be 4 and change this number to be 1, and then hover over here, tab, and pick on there. You see it's going to give you a problem because it's trying to do that. Now maybe if we change it to be like this and hover and tab and pick, still not going to do it. So in this case, it would work better if you had a run in plan, right? You'd have to go back to here and do your conduit and say, okay, I'm going to go up here where I'm at 4 feet. Oh, I'm not going to have enough room. I need to go a little more. Get that remember to have enough room for that bend. Escape, escape, pick over here. Okay, now I can do that vertical from this one. Parallel conduit, vertical 4, tab, pick. Okay, conduit with fitting do not support concentric bend radius. Aha. So it changed it. Good enough. Okay, let's undo that one time. And let's do it again. Let's go same radius. Good. And hover, tab, pick. Error goes away. Click out, escape, escape. So this would be more a case where you could run vertical. Okay. If it was kind of this way in plan. If you already are moving in vertical, it doesn't work to do that array, only in a kind of a plan type effect. So a couple tips on using the parallel conduit tool in REVIT 2013.